Coming at you from Scratch Wolf Studio. It's that time to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite World of the Apocalypse podcast. Sitting across from me, all he is dust in the wind. It's Mr. Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
To my left, he's got the fire inside. It's Mr. CJ McCall.
Howdy, y'all.
And stay out of the water, because it's M the Revenge.
Hello, hello.
Here I am to mix our fucking intros again.
Get a little elements in there. It's not bad.
The fifth element is failure, apparently.
We didn't even get to a fourth.
No, it's crazy. We skipped it. It was because of exchange rate. So,
yeah.
Welcome to Rage Across the Internet. If this is your first time, this is the show where we discuss various aspects of World of the Apocalypse from the player to storyteller level, from Cliath all the way to Elder. If it is not your first time, welcome back and see what's been happening. It's been crazy.
You've come to expect this.
How are we all doing today?
Doing great.
Doing pretty good. Having a fun day.
Yeah. There's finally sun out here.
Is there?
Yeah, the sun has come back.
I like how I said that, like it was kind of standoff. Like, is it really? You got 2 scoops? Come on.
And how's you, Porter?
We're getting by. It's been a frustrating technical day on this side. And really, mostly on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone else has been fine.
In fact, everything else has been running really well.
Right? It's only my little corner of the world where everything is on fire.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because Danny and I are sharing, or we're in the same room. And his half of the room is cool.
And it used to be your half.
Yeah.
Or it used to be my half. I'm sorry. We switched halves.
We've made some changes with how we record. Maybe you've noticed.
It's been a work in progress.
Yes, it is.
Hobbling this together, and I'm mad about it. But I'm not mad about it being here. Where we're going to have a fun show today.
Hell yeah.
But before we do that, we have a segment we like to call This Week in Bullshit. M, tell us what's going on this week in bullshit.
Well, I'm going to be, once again, continuing my drink series. This week's episode, we are doing another Totem Brood.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler
Well,
alert.
they know how to read. Come on,
I
power
don't
of
know
literacy.
I mean,
The power of literacy. They know how to read, guys.
Not everyone on this call can read.
Okay, we're not talking about Danny right now. We're talking about the general populace of the individuals listening, and I have a full faith that they can read. And since you have read, we are doing a Totem Brood, which is going to be the Grandfather Thunders. And in light of that, and the Shadow Lords here, I have made a Dark and Stormy. The drink of the Shadow Lords has to be a Dark and Stormy.
I mean, I'm not going to argue the point, but for those who do not drink, or for the couple underage listeners that we're pretending we don't have.
Luckily, you can make a Dark and Stormy non-alcoholic for those underage listeners or those that don't drink.
That's the point of that.
But a Dark and Stormy is traditionally a ginger beer, which they do sell non-alcoholic versions of. Mine is an alcoholic version.
expect nothing less.
Imagine that. I mean, really?
So it's a ginger beer with some dark rum. I prefer like a spiced rum because I just think it has more of a flavor, but like a dark spiced rum.
Yummy.
And lime.
Lime.
Yeah, simple as that.
Ginger beer and spiced rum is a dark and stormy.
And lime.
Yeah, you left out a third of it, Danny.
The lime is important for the flavor. It gives a little zing.
Yep.
Along with the ginger beer, of course. But
Now that lime, Do you put the lime in the coconut?
No coconut. As we discussed before we started recording, this is not a Sex on the Beach or anything of those. Or pina coladas. It's nothing like that.
But you put the lime in the coconut. You drink it all up.
Perhaps I will do a coconut with lime for another drink beverage, inspired sometime this year. Probably in the summer.
But it's part of the song.
God damn it.
It is, yes. I'm purposefully being obstinate.
But you put the lime in the coconut. You drink them both together.
Yes.
You put the lime in the coconut. Then you feel better.
Yes. We don't have a coconut though. But yes, I just figured Grandfather Thunder, we need a dark and stormy because he feels dark and stormy.
And if M ends up smited by the end of this, we know Grandfather Thunder doesn't approve.
A little bit.
I'm into it. Let's go. I'll let him electrocute me.
I desperately do. And as soon as I say this, I know I'm going to. I desperately do not want to hear Em go, ooh, granddaddy. All right.
Oh, Granddaddy Thunder.
There it is. You're welcome, like fucking 12 of you.
Oh, Granddaddy Thunder. He's our topic
I love
today.
your wrinkles.
Yikes.
Yeah, don't with me. That's a different ad.
Smite me, Granddaddy.
That's it right there. That's the one. And for the record, that would be your ringtone.
Fair. I accept it.
And he finally heard his today.
Yeah.
He finally remembered to call my phone. CJ.
Following up on
All right.
that. Recently I've been talking about the shit I've been watching, be it catching up on animes or anything like that. I'm actually going to do a small blast from the past here, as in on One This Week in Bullshit a while back, Porter mentioned a specific show that I remembered, found out was on HBO, and decided, fuck it, let's give it a shot. And that show is Generation Kill.
Excellent show.
Is about a specific Marine recon team's journey through the early days of the conflict in Afghanistan. Or not Afghanistan, Iraq. Because they were going after Saddam. And it is one of the most grounded military shows, and all of these people feel like real people. It's not just, generic soldier man or the caricature of everything. Like, no, these are based off real people, and they actually feel real. And there's been times in this show that it's like, I'm expecting something horrible to happen because this is a military movie or a military show. Not a single shot has been fired, and there's just been this subtle tension. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to spoil any of that. I will just say the core fucking squad makes for an amazing pack dynamic, and every single episode I find a new favorite line.
Nice.
No, it's a really good show. And I think to add to what CJ's saying is the story itself follows a reporter who is embedded with this battalion. Mm-hmm. And so it's based off a book of the same name. It's a good book too. I learned how to read for it.
And one of the characters in the show that Porter made a revelation to me, I was talking about how well it was done. There's the one gay guy in the battalion who, it's his big thing. It's Fruity Rudy. That's what he's known as. He's the gay guy. But he's not the caricature. Yes, he's fruity. Yes, he has his moments, but he's not 100% flamboyantly gay all the time. And I'm like, that actor did a very good job.
To which I pointed out to CJ that wasn't an actor. He's playing himself.
That is Fruity Rudy.
Well, you also do want your characters to be more than one dimensional.
No, absolutely.
So it is boring whenever you have like your token X character and all they do is X.
Right. But that's the thing, is he's not acting because he's playing himself. not a caricature
That
of
is
himself.
just the guy.
Yeah, it's the real guy. He served as a technical advisor for all the actors to teach them how to act like the characters, that the people they're supposed to be portraying. So it's like, no, he's not acting. That's just who Rudy is.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. He feels like a real person and not a caricature.
He's a real person.
Because he is.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
And of all the people in that show to be the actual guy, he is probably the last one I would have picked. But fucking, it's a good show, and I do recommend it. It is unapologetic, unfiltered a lot of times, because it's guys out in the middle of the desert at war. They're going to give you the as real as they can legally.
I think the other thing to note too is that the actor, and I don't remember his name, which is uncharacteristic of me, right? The actor who plays Poke, Aspera. I cannot prove this, but there's no way it's not, right? Was inspiration for Paul Way when he designed Ricochet.
Oh.
Like Ricochet might have a cousin who's a Marine.
Like you look at the actor, especially in Generation Kill, and you look at the Ricochet picture. That's the same guy.
Awesome.
And there is a lot of just amazing moments, and I've seen it clipped a few times on YouTube. That it's just a really good show, and I do recommend it. It's only 7 episodes, which I'm a little sad about because I want more.
Danny, if you've watched Castle, Esposito. Side by side, same guy. That was clearly his inspiration for Ricochet, at least for that face, and I love it.
Okay. Funny. Nice.
What do you got for us, Samuel?
I picked up a small little hobby. I'm actually been doing it for a while.
Is that why you're wearing glasses now?
No, it's not glasses. I don't have glasses.
And I don't think editing counts as a hobby.
It's not editing.
Well, I was insinuating he was going blind because of his new hobby. Sorry.
So remember the ex-wife was into those crystals and stuff, right? Well, I have a few left over, but I've just because I had them. But I've been taking like I've got some tools and some diamond cutters, and I've actually been carving and making stuff out of those because I have them. And I don't know if they didn't know what to do with them. I'm not going to throw them away. They were kind of expensive, but I'm not giving back to her either. So, yeah. But I've been carving a couple pieces out. It's some of those tools I have are kind of expensive, so I'm using them. Diamond bits and diamond cutting. It's kind of cool. Making it's not exactly a ring because it's too small to put on a finger, but probably make a necklace out of it or something. I've done it before. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I've made it before, but every time I've done this, because these stones, they get very brittle, so they break easily, and I've broken like 12 of them. So that's why I'm making it more of like a piece of jewelry, probably a necklace. But it's a little fun little hobby I'm doing, and I'm doing it like at work between breaks and stuff. So fun little.
Danny the artist.
I don't know about an artist, but
it
takes a long time. Just like I said, with having diamond, I have diamond wire. Crazy enough, it just takes a really long time to do. So, yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. Porter, what do you got?
Project Moonborn.
Oh.
Huh?
This was a game that was brought to my attention in our Discord last week. It's a game. It's a action roguelite.
Oh, nice.
That is in. I mean, they're working on it. It's a TBA on the release date, but there's like a 1.5 minute combat trailer on Steam. I've got it wish listed, and it looks super cool. And there are clearly World of Darkness influences going on here.
Oh.
I have not, but have planned to reach out to the creator. I know on the YouTube trailer, someone actually mentioned World of Darkness, and the creator responded with, yeah, it's a little bit in there, little influence. What up?
Nice.
So
Nice.
it looks really sweet. The premise is you are a werewolf whose cubs has been kidnapped by the corporation. That's me saying that. That's not them saying that.
Okay.
And so you're off to get your cubs, but there's plenty of sprite-based carnage and proper Krynos murdering. It looks really cool. And
awesome.
I'm bringing it to everyone's attention.
What was the name again?
And
Project Moonborn.
Moonborn. All right.
Cool.
okay.
Nice.
And that does it for this week in bullshit. Phoenix. That's who it was.
Yeah, give the man credit.
No, exactly. That's who it was. But all right, time to get to the show proper.
Yeah.
And, this is one that we continue the series, the Tribal Brood series, and as luck would have it, and I promise it was luck and not cheating. We're going to the Shadow Lords to explore the brood of Grandfather Thunder.
Yep. We rolled for it in everything. We just got lucky.
It was a legitimate roll for it. I had no hand in it.
I rolled the dice. That doesn't help necessarily.
And we have it's actually a smaller brood.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
So this might not be a 2-hour episode or a 3-hour epic, rather. That's the concern.
Yeah, I know, right?
But we do have some shit to talk about. Oh my god! So where do we want to start?
I think we've been starting with Axis Mundi every time so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should just keep it consistent and stick with Axis Mundi first.
Double checking.
Yeah. You know what? I've never checked, but I'm surprised to see the quote in Axis Mundi for the start of Grandfather Thunder's Brood is from fucking Lord of the Rings.
Page 62.
Yep.
Is it from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Gandalf and Gimli, Wormtongue, the two towers.
Oh, there it is, said Wormtongue.
Or not Gimli, but
That is so, said Wormtongue. But there is a third kind. Pickers of bones, meddlers, and other men's sorrows. Carrion fowl that grows fat on war. And aid have you ever brought, Stormcrow? And what did you bring now?
All right. So who wants to kick us off with Stormcrow?
I guess I will. With the way the book has it, as the image of Stormcrow is a foul and dark and raucous avian that seeks out carnage and destruction. Many of their masters exploit weakness, and so Stormcrows cower as they carry out their bidding of the Lord and Master. Circling Stormcrows are also heralds of misfortune.
I feel like crows in general are typically heralds of misfortune, but this seems a little bit more violent than that kind of misfortune.
I couldn't agree on that. Yeah, definitely pushing more towards the violent aspect.
Like, this is you have the circle of vultures up above you in the desert. It's like, you're going to die soon, is what they're saying. We're here to pick up the corpses. If it's Stormcrows, it's not going to be fun for you here in the next few minutes, buddy.
Well, I think something, and we're going to get into this later as well, but something I think is interesting about Stormcrows is the disconnect, and this becomes about additions. I can all but promise you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That the history of these Stormcrows is it talks about the Impergium and Crow being a powerful totem, being submissive to all things, upholding chivalry and keeping the ways of Gaia. Crow was a humble totem. It was about strength and the might of Grandfather Thunder. His spirits were drawn to cairns where Shadow Lord tyrants gained power, and they fulfilled their dark urges, blissfully enjoying the submission to power and witnessing the strength of their dominators. In a way, the Crow Incarnate became submissive to the designs of Grandfather Thunder. But when the Impergium ended, the rise of humanity brought the end of Gaia's perfect world. Crow felt the sting of betrayal. He then became fully complicit with Grandfather Thunder's wishes, acting in the eyes and ears to help wreak vengeance upon those who would bring the Impergium to the end. Right. And then it talks, how the Stormcrow Gafflings, that's how they became servants as well. This is a little different than Crow is we're going to present later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect here.
I can see that. There's also a thing of I guess Stormcrows in this, while yes, there are crow spirits in shape. I think they're more specifically just the harbingers. Yes, they're linked to Crow. Yes, they take their form off of him. They're kind of like the offshoot versus regular Crow. And a fun fact one of my old players actually brought up to me is Stormcrows appear elsewhere in the World of Darkness. It's specifically a type of shadow that you can have in Wraith.
Interesting.
I don't know much about Wraith, but...
Yeah, your shadow is your other self that wants you to fall to your darker urges, basically. It's that devil on your shoulder the entire time, and Stormcrows are specifically supposed to represent the, let me see, I had it pulled up just a second ago. It's the more pessimistic guide, constantly hindering and highlighting dangers real or imagined to make the Wraith anxious, hesitant, and desperate.
You saying that goes along with what I had read about them seeking out spiritual carry-on, and they can easily become distracted, and they want to grasp onto things that are more powerful than themselves and seek out their desires. Kind of goes along with that Wraith concept, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see the connection there.
Yeah.
Now, as we do, right, let's look at this as if one were to have a Stormcrow as a totem, right? First of all, I want to go to the image because as listed, it's not really helpful, right?
Nope.
Obviously, we're looking at a crow shaped, but I love the idea of the feathers being gradients of blue, and maybe a arc of electricity running through the body.
Ooh.
Almost like a design across the feathers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Obviously we're integrating the crow. This isn't rocket surgery.
Yeah. Where
I
was
give a little bit of a difference.
Where I was thinking something a little bit more of delving more into the darkness of thunderstorms, where yes, it's a black crow. Crows are black, but more of the it is a void that is crow shaped. It almost looks two-dimensional whenever you look at it, as it just looks like a space that light does not exist. And maybe when it does move, you get that little glint that looks like a lightning bolt going through storm clouds.
That's neat.
You could also do the absence of rain. This is to say you picture it like the crow itself has a stealth camo.
Yeah.
And when summoned, it will, of course, rain.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a shape of a crow where rain is not hitting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The rainless silhouette.
Yeah.
You could also do a similar concept to that with maybe fog or clouds, like storm clouds.
And
I guess that would go along with the personality of the totem.
Which is, I was just kind of looking around at that too, right? Their attitude can be difficult to determine, as they love to employ emotional subterfuge. A Stormcrow's submission and etiquette can insult or revere. The most elegant employ delicate shades of nuance in the replies. In short, if you're not a Shadow Lord, don't believe them. Ha.
Wow.
So it's one of those things of this is a shifty little bastard.
But
gaslight me, Stormcrow.
Oh my god. But here's the thing too. As a totem, I want to lean toward war because crow is a war totem. Yeah. But this feels more like cunning. I want to give a Stormcrow that's a totem of cunning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree. This is definitely more that cunning, if not. Yeah, cunning fits. I was going to try making an argument for wisdom and sort of the knowing the power of players, knowing how to manipulate it, but no, that still fits more for cunning just in general.
Yeah, you're arguing the point and leading yourself into cunning if you're arguing for wisdom.
Yep.
No, it's like wisdom in a more cunning sort of.
Yeah.
Oops.
Sure.
It was one of those trying to be contrarian, but nah, even I can't go fully into that.
Nice try.
Yeah. And another fun part just is the little little mention that Stormcrows are typically humble yet envious of those who are near power, not of power, but of those near it.
What I also appreciate with the taboos is the loyalty of a Stormcrow borders on fanaticism. If it's slighted or a Stormcrow is betrayed, it will never forget the offense. It will find someone more powerful than itself to invoke retribution or go about its revenge with remarkable subtlety. And that builds right into the ban.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is cunning. That's conniving.
That also builds into why this thing might have a pack under it.
I could definitely see Stormcrow seeking out a pack to as an agent of its revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Or
but not in a overt way on its end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the pack who's sent on the revenge job, or a pack that has revenge in their heart and therefore attracted Stormcrow.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. This is the revenge tour.
And like that was where I was leading with the subtlety idea of, if the crow's coming to you for revenge, it's going to give you these jobs. It's going to give you these tasks. You're going to go here, here, and here. If you don't do your due diligence and investigate further, like, hey, this warehouse you might have destroyed. Yeah, it had Fomori in here for whatever reason, but at some point in the past, before it had Fomor, maybe there's some Glasswalker involvement with a specific one who slighted a Stormcrow in the past, and it's just it's the first step, as it has its own plan that's going to try using you to take apart. Where if you're a Shadow Lord, it's probably going to be upfront with you and be like, hey, yeah, no, I don't like this guy. Please ruin his life.
I don't think he is. Even with a Shadow Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, yeah, they're violent and we'll say petty. They're also loyal.
Mm-hmm.
But they're fucking cruel, and they're conniving. They're stirring the pot. They're subtle. I don't think they are. I think they're gonna tell you as little as humanly possible. That you're gonna have to read between the lines constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should never. If a Stormcrow shows up as your totem, I think you're going to be fed orders. And they'll be very specific, but it's not my job to think you understand what's going on. There are things above you. Do what you're told. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
And due to their loyalty to Grandfather Thunder, I think that a Stormcrow is not going to show up as a spirit, as a totem spirit, for a pack that is not all or a majority Shadow Lords.
Yeah, at the very least a majority. Because it has to be worthwhile for them.
Well, I think maybe one, but also going into a little bit of it of, you were mentioning that spiritual carrion earlier. They hunger for a chance to benefit from the peril and misery of others. Going back to that revenge pack, I can imagine your pack's down on their luck, whatever's just happened, you're in a vulnerable place. And, oh no, I'm not Stormcrow, I'm just Crow coming to help you. You don't know not to trust me.
I feel like that's a different story, though.
A little bit.
Maybe, but I am going to also disagree on the majority or all Shadow Lords issue, because what do I care? The glyph on the shoulder of my pawns. I mean, realistically, a Stormcrow is kind of the embodiment of every negative stereotype about the Shadow Lords.
Yeah.
So if I'm a Stormcrow and I'm looking for a pack to sponsor because I need some shit done, do I give a good fuck?
No, I guess
what the tribes of the people who are doing my bidding are? Moreover, if again when you talk about to bring off your loyalty to Grandfather Thunder, isn't it better if I'm sending a pack to stir the pot and cause some fucking trouble that the Shadow Lords not be represented in that pack, so it can't be linked back to them?
Yeah, a little plausible deniability.
right? Grandfather Thunder had nothing to do with this. There's no Shadow Lords involved. How can you link Grandfather Thunder to this? This was a silver thing.
Or, it was just being smashing shit up.
Right?
I guess that goes to the intention of Stormcrow and what his commands from Grandfather Thunder are. Is he working for him for a specific purpose that needs to be under the radar? If so, no Shadow Lords.
No, and I mean, but there it is, right? I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah. But if he's operating just like as a totem spirit that is being called on, I feel like he would prefer all, unless he's trying to do something underhanded for Grandfather Thunder. But looking at this, it doesn't look like he has a lot of will outside of Grandfather Thunder and his own enjoyment.
Oh, they are loyal and obedient creatures.
Yeah.
They're a little bit like the middlemen / just the goons of Grandfather Thunder. Like, if I had to pick a spirit to represent Dooley, I can make some arguments for a Stormcrow at this point.
Ouch. Also, that's sweet to assume that Dooley's that bright.
True. Like I said, I can make some arguments. But also,
I love the guy, but he's not Machiavelli, all right?
But, the wanting to be near power, if not possess the power itself.
Certainly. No, you got me. Because, Dooley does not want to be Machiavelli. He wants to be Machiavelli's main leg breaker.
Yep.
He gets all the fun parts and other responsibility.
Right.
And something else that I found here that is very fun to imagine is you can learn gifts from Stormcrow.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go through Grandfather Thunder first. Stormcrow will not teach you without his approval.
And this is where we go, we're not just looking through Exodus Monday, right? We're talking about the idea of Stormcrow as a totem, which gives Stormcrow agency.
Yeah.
And now before you hit me up on that, right? I don't know if you were, but just to anticipate. You go, well, how was that about the loyalty to Grandfather Thunder? Well, he can serve Grandfather Thunder better is by becoming more powerful.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that becomes the logic. So we're moving with a little bit more agency here because we're not hitting strictly these Stormcrows. We're hitting Jake the Stormcrow.
Jake.
I must have said Typhoon. That's a different totem. I don't want to confuse the issue.
Yeah.
Jake the Stormcrow, right? He's got an agenda. He's like Coho Jack. He wants to get stronger. He wants to be more powerful. Maybe he'll get his own brood some fucking day. And hey, it could still be in service to Grandfather Thunder. We could still work for Grandfather Thunder's interests, but I can get my piece of the pie too. Which also Grandfather Thunder would approve of by nature of Grandfather Thunder. So hey, fucking opa.
I will always be loyal to Grandfather Thunder, but maybe I can have a slice of the pie.
Right?
Yeah.
So looking at that, like I say, he wouldn't need to go or get Grandfather Thunder's approval to teach gifts, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about summoning. There's some neat material correspondence here. I don't know, neat maybe, but gentle devices of restraint and voluntary submission are admired by Stormcrows. So M's whole closet, I would imagine, would be just ideal. Yeah, I brought it back to you. Now what?
Eyebrows.
Leather bindings and instruments of gentle flogging are good examples. Feathers, black candles, and soft chanting also please them. So,
Stormcrow.
If we're not at M's house.
Okay, Stormcrow.
We go back to feathers, bird feathers, which is something that I've always said is a good piece for material correspondence. Black candles is neat. Soft chanting is boring. But again, these are things that...
Soft chanting is boring.
It would work.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
My safe word is thunderstorm. My safe word is thunderstorm. My safe word is thunderstorm. Maybe that.
What's it called? One of the later lines, it mentions that they are highly perceptive and know dark secrets. Maybe instead of the chanting necessarily, it's the revealing of certain secrets that you've uncovered. Kind of the sharing them with Stormcrow to call them to.
I almost use them as chiminage, even though there's a chiminage section I did not look at right now. It feels right to me.
They like to submit to strength just as they enjoy watching others submit. You could, in theory,
Let's see where she's going.
Hear me out.
And this is coming from M on her own. There's been no coercion whatsoever.
This is the first
I've got two things. I've got two ideas bouncing around in my head. I'm going to go with the more tame one. You could, as an individual, call upon Stormcrow by asserting dominance as Pack Alpha. Taking down your previous Pack Alpha and becoming Pack Alpha,
sure,
theoretically could be your correspondence to call upon him.
Yeah, the under new management play.
Yeah, absolutely. Or, you could just, dominate somebody.
I really expected the red ball harness to come up in this conversation.
So did I.
I'm trying to keep it clean, all right? This could get real dirty. I'm trying to keep it clean.
I bet you are.
That's fair. We're bringing it back, right? Let's go back to the temperament and the personality of Jake in this case, right? I can see we gave a couple appearances. I guess pick your favorite, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that idea of Jake appearing very suddenly, very quickly, like lightning, just boom, he's there.
Yep.
I like that.
And again, I am here to help you, noble girl. I see, that type of cadence. That, and I guess we go back to call back from last episode. We go back to that fucking Jeremy Irons Scar kind of personality.
Nice.
He's just dripping with sarcasm. Just proper. Ooh, a silver fang. All hell.
They do teach the aura of confidence gift.
Fair.
Play that up even more so that you are above everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think Stormcrow. I think Jake the Stormcrow can't breathe poor people there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's absolutely I think he acts like that major domo that is absolutely corrupting the king.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love my Shadow Lords, but this is the embodiment of all of the negative stereotypes. Lean into that shit.
Yes.
He's actually, his full name is Jake Evil.
Ah.
Jake Evil, the advisor to the king.
That's right. Jake Evil. Perhaps you've met my cousin, Jean-Claude Villan.
Yikes.
Oh. But hey, let's move on. And what we have next is the Rogue Raven Gafflings. Which, Jesus Christ.
That's sleek and powerful, elegant scavengers, known for voracious appetites and astounding ingenuity. Bright eyes, often holding mocking or arrogant posture.
So another arrogant spirit. Surprise.
But coming from a different way, right? Because this is Raven by way of Grandfather Thunder.
Yeah.
Right?
This isn't just Raven. This is Rogue Raven. This is his fucking wayward children, it seems.
Yeah.
But how wayward are they? Really?
Yeah.
It is a surprise to no one that Raven is part of Grandfather Thunder's brood, and by any other name, right? So Ravens, they've always been tricksters. Again, this isn't going to be a war spirit.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the theme for most of this.
Probably. Well, not entirely, because there will be. They do exist, damn it, and we know that.
True.
So would this be cunning again then? Just being tricksters?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think is fair.
And hey, it even brings up the fact that Raven has good relationships with the Get, but the Rogue Ravens have always leaned more towards Thunder's side.
And this is where I think the term Rogue Raven is a little dubious.
Yeah.
Because it's just another aspect of Raven. The same way that the aspect that's allied with the Get and we've already been there. It's just another aspect of Raven. You want to call it rogue? I don't know. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse to put them on this side compared to the other side.
Well, Axis Mundi is an older book too, right?
Yeah.
So, it's something that CJ pointed out behind the scenes is that when you look through Axis Mundi, you look at these spirits that it uses power and not essence.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
What's the difference? Largely the addition, but it's
true.
So it's important here. We know there's the Get Offenders connection, but let's shy away from that a little bit and focus more on this Raven and what it means for the Shadow Lords, right? Because really, you can take everything we said before, or most of what we said before, and apply it. You can take just standard Raven and apply it.
Yeah,
but let's skew it a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Like, especially if we had to like figure out the image for this thing, like what it looks like. Hey, it's a Raven. It's a standard Raven. But one of the things that I like keying off of is the idea that voracious appetite. If they don't always have some bit of gore hanging from their beak, it's usually just red, though. Looking like they just got finished picking off of a corpse.
I like that.
I like that,
eyes shine just a little bit more, almost glowing.
I like the idea that they're maybe a little plumper, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a big old fat Raven,
but
because when you say that, you get that comedic size in your mind, maybe. But just
how about more? The feathers are more ruffled out, so it making itself look a little bigger.
Okay, or I was gonna say maybe just got done eating at all times.
Yeah. All of that can be true, but there you go.
You know how like whenever you like find a feather on the ground and it's really nice and perfect because it like had just fallen off of the bird, and then you like run your fingers through it and you kind of break up the bindings between each. I'd like to think that all of the feathers are like that, where all of the bindings are broken down. They're not like all fully formed together, which would kind of make it raggedy looking, which screams like rogue to me.
Yeah, a little bit more ragged, a little bit more like this thing will fuck you up if you look at it wrong, but at the same time holding itself.
Yeah.
Like nobility.
Okay.
I think when we look in terms of personality, right? We know that it's offering that these rogue Raven. Damn it! And I'm saying it now too, just to help. Fine, they got me. Fine. So rogue Raven. 5 minutes ago, I don't know if I like that term. I lose. All right. So rogue Raven, like it says that, friendly but hoity and boisterous. I get that. I see, unlike Crow, right? Because people always lump them together anyway.
Yeah.
And it's something the Korax absolutely love, if you recall.
Yep.
They love that comparison. But where, like the Korax can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I expect the opposite from Raven.
Yeah.
And in the case of Rogue Raven, I think this is a world-class bullshit detector.
Oh.
Like friendly, certainly. Boisterous, I totally get. But I think you don't even try to pull a fast one on Rogue Raven.
He's going to see it coming a mile away.
Yep.
Like I can imagine you're trying to get the spirit with you. You're convincing the spirit to become your totem, and you're padding your stats a little bit with your last battle. I killed 16 different of these massive Fomori, and this thing just stares you down. Like, not even saying that's bullshit, not even saying you're lying, just that intense stare of, I know.
It's funny as we're talking about this, and I think we're all in agreement, and then I look around the write-up of the fucking spirit, because I have not done that.
Yep.
I look at this certain section, and then I look right under attitude, where we start talking about Shimonage, never try to cheat a cheater. Yeah. A Garu who wishes to learn the secrets from a Raven spirit has to act as an accomplice to its scam. I look above for taboos. Simply put, never give this sucker an honest break. The ingenious win, the gullible lose. So fucking clearly, we had our thumb on the pulse already.
Yep.
You got to play the game, and you got to play it good.
And like in my mind, you don't lie to this totem. You don't lie to this spirit. You lie to everyone else.
And I think the difference I really like here is with Storm Crows, you are part. You are you're being scammed more than likely.
Yes,
you're the minion. You're the goon.
Fucking, you are the accomplice with Rogue Raven. And this is the difference, right? You are being used over here. You are a tool, a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
With Raven, let's get this ass.
You're right or die.
Right? Look at the mark. Going back to never cheat a cheater. Right? A Gar who wishes to learn secrets from Raven has to act as an accomplice. If it succeeds, the Gar will learn the appropriate gift in the process. If it fails, the Raven will scam Gnosis from the Gar to add insult to injury. If necessary, the petitioner will take the blame if the attempt fails. Any further requests will be met with an answer equivalent to "What's in it for me?"
Sounds about right.
If Crow is the devil on the shoulder whispering into your ear, Raven's in the alley with the 3-card money set up.
Yes.
Oh, that is fucking perfect.
Now the question here, because this hasn't come up before, right? We have a Gaffling, and as we've been doing with the series, right, we're taking these spirit broods and going, what if they're elevated to become totems? What if we have a Coho Jack situation here, right?
Yeah.
So we already have Raven though.
Yeah.
So how is this Raven, from a mechanical standpoint, different than capital R Raven? This is a question we need to be asking.
Yeah. Because I was thinking of it more from like, the personality type, how to get it even further away from regular Raven now that this is, or like the archetype of this is kind of the up and coming spirit. This is the new kid on the block making a name for themselves outside of just Raven. So yeah, it might be very similar to Raven, but while you are an accomplice, this thing has that chip on its shoulder. It has something to prove. I'm not just like Dad.
And I think spitballing here. I look at the gift lore and it talks about gifts involving theft and lies, detection of thieves and liars. And it gives some of the examples: thieving tales of Sister Magpie, taking the forgotten, glib tongue. I don't hate the idea of bestowing the use of like glib tongue is a like once per week, once per story, maybe per member of the pack or something, in terms of what you're getting out of the deal.
It also mentions that you could possibly learn Truth of Gaia from him.
Yes.
Sharing that bullshit detector.
Raven's Wings is also mentioned too. But I think something like Truth of Gaia or Glib Tongue are more appropriate if we're going to hand out gift usage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And more on brand, frankly. Like, it's got Raven in it, so give them that. No, fucking...
Yeah.
And so that's either, again, that's either discovering a liar or being a participant in the lie.
I could imagine it's a choice. Like, you get access to one of these gifts at a time, or once, one per pack or a certain number of uses. You just got to make the choice. Do you want to lie, or do you want to detect lie? You can't have both at any one point in time.
Yeah, that sounds right. There's some version of that, right? You keep it in that neighborhood, but I wouldn't go beyond Glib Tongue or Truth of Gaia. And I'm looking at the taboo here. Raven had one of these. Raven is one of those totems that you can count on showing up on people's list.
Yes.
Yep. Because it's all benefit and just
yeah.
Well, and like if it doesn't, it's because the ban, right? You can't carry wealth. You've got to just count on Raven. So if we're branching out, I don't think that's the case for this Raven. I don't think Rogue Raven's into that. I think, and you look at the taboo listed here is, never give the sucker an honest break. So what if it's related insofar as you can carry wealth, but it has to be gotten through deceit and skullduggery?
Yeah, they have to be ill-gotten gains.
Yes, exactly.
Or at the very least, you always have to ask for more. You know, you always got to try to get just that little bit more. Like, okay. Like how, you know, if you do disrespect it, it'll scam you out of that gnosis if you're trying to learn a gift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're getting paid legitimately, you gotta try getting just that little extra more.
See, I think you can't take the legitimate paycheck.
Okay.
I think you have to take the job that pays under the table.
Yeah.
I think if you find a quarter on the ground, you can't pick that up. You've got to get it from the old lady on the street.
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse me, miss, can I have a quarter? I need to use the payphone. A payphone, everybody, is once upon a time. I know they don't exist anymore, but fucking just run with it here, right?
Or, you know, you're the guy pretending to be blind on the street corner playing guitar.
Right.
With the hat out.
Or, you know, cut purse.
Mm-hmm.
Cut purse, excellent example. Yeah, you can't go busking because that's honest work, right? That's honestly playing the guitar and earning your keep playing music. But putting on some sunglasses and going blind, please help.
Yep.
That you can do.
Or, hear me out, I saw this whenever I was walking downtown back where I lived in the US. There's this guy sitting on the side of the road. He had 3 or 4 cans in front of him. One labeled drugs, one labeled alcohol, one labeled food. Maybe there was another one. I don't know. I definitely put money in the drugs.
Of course.
There's always got to be that angle.
Yeah.
Or you have the accomplice and you're playing 3-card money, and then you have your accomplice and goes, oh, yeah, I'll put money on this guy over here. And he's really the one who's.
Yeah, but that's still ill-gotten. So you're right. You're right there. Yeah.
There's always got to be an angle. There's always got to be some kind of scam. You can't get it legitimately.
Right. And I would almost argue that the drugs, food, booze cans are too honest.
Yep.
Well, what if, but you as an individual are lying for that?
The food is the lie.
Yeah, but like that guy though.
Performative.
That guy
was being honest, probably. He looked like.
It's normally to be like, well, I appreciate your honesty, so here's the money. But like, as long as you're scamming, and that's not really.
Yeah. No, in this case, you being a garu, it's a scam. You're not buying drugs, alcohol, or sex.
Or you're like
you're using it for your own, you know.
Or you're like the people who sell like puppies out of their car that they just pulled out of some neighbor's yard when they were passing through.
That's a great idea. I mean, that's terrible.
That's awful. Yeah.
Is it?
That's pretty bad.
It was a bad home, maybe. They named the dog Snooky. Fucking. This is clearly a better home wherever it's going.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh my God. But I think in terms of personality, what I'm thinking of is immediately what comes to my mind is Edward Norton's Worm from Rounders.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
That is immediately what I think. And if we want to go a little more comical with it, Eddie Murphy from the beginning of Trading Places.
Okay.
When he's pretending to be the Nam vet.
Yeah.
And he's kneeling in the cart and wheeling himself around. He's pretending to be blind without legs.
Yeah.
Hey, and one funny thing for where you might have to go to get the spirit or, to help you deal with it, they gather around places where trickery is rife, such as carnivals, casinos, or hideouts. And they keep up on the latest innovations, apparently, whenever it comes to any kind of trickery.
I like this idea. Sorry, go ahead, Siege.
Oh, I was just going to say, the Cash Money Buffalo might have a security system. In the form of these spirits.
Man, I don't know how happy fucking Octano would be about all that.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I do. I like that idea. We talk about carnivals and shit like that, right? And obviously treasure has always been something, treasure, we use in quotes, right? The shinies have always been big.
Yeah, shiny.
But
unlike regular Raven, where you could just give him the shinies, he doesn't like treasures that are easily won. There's got to be the challenge. There's got to be the game. There's got to be the angle. Which
again, or to me, goes to the idea of when you're doing correspondence, when you're doing the summon, something from a carnival prize, one of those cheap, shitty knockoff whatevers, you know, that you had to do the ring toss that's rigged that you can actually not win at all. But the fact that that's what it represents and that's what it's from is the appeal.
Oh, okay.
You know, that big pink teddy bear from the weight guessing game that the scale is rigged to always say 250 or whatever.
Or, you know, just even if it's something simple like a really fucking shiny coin, because, hey, Ravens, you like shinies. You can't just give it to him. You can't set it down on the ground. You got to be flicking it actively in the air and letting him catch it.
I like that, too.
Yeah, it's got to be sly. It's on his terms, not yours.
And I can even see that little game of, you know, you're flicking it up in the air. You see the Raven come down to try and swoop and get it, and you just grab it out of the air. He'll respect the challenge. Yeah. Then it's worth something.
Or yeah, flick it. Heads you can have it. Tails you can't. And you keep flicking it.
I like this. And it's just kind of building an alternate off of what's already there, right? Because you have Raven for the fucking basic.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we just add Scumbag Con Man.
Yes.
On top of it.
Raven's carny cousin.
Beautiful.
That will definitely eat your eyes without a problem.
Yeah, right. Oof. So do we move on here?
Yeah. I think so.
I think, because Raven's been covered countless times in other places.
That's the thing, right? Like there's not, this is one of these ones where it's building off of the existing, so we're
giving you a flavor.
Yeah. We're not fucking rebuilding the wheel here. So let's move on to night spirits. Amazingly, they drift in darkness and are pretty elusive.
Crazy.
Ominous.
See, we get spirits of night, right? So shockingly, they're elusive and drift in darkness. Appear as shades and shadows. Yet when they wish to avert their presence, they communicate with unnerving and unnatural sounds. For those who know how to hear them, a rustle of leaves or the sound of wind in the trees can speak volumes. Powerful spirits of the night can twist their appearance to mimic creatures who are not there or should not be.
Oh, that last part's rough.
I love this.
Agreed.
And I feel like we have talked about spirits of the night before.
I think we have on one of our Theurge 101s.
Yeah, I think so. I vaguely remember speaking of something that just popped into my head already for its appearance.
Okay.
It happened to me a lot when I was younger, but you know, you're laying in bed and it's dark in the room and you look over at that chair with the pile of clothes in it and it looks like something else for just a second.
Yep.
We have talked about this. Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Or whenever you're out, whenever you do stuff like camping and it's that level of dark at night where only like a circle is illuminated by the fire and you see something just outside that circle that might not be there. Like, I would lean very much into the, I'm going to say eldritch horror with what a night spirit properly looks like. Because you could do a shadow. You could do just a block of darkness. But delving into that shifting mass of just absolute wrongness. That terror that you can't quite describe.
I also vaguely remember making a Moana reference to the outline of a just in darkness on the horizon.
I believe when we talked about because again, now this is just memory, right? Talking about the opening of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Right. That image of the swing set at night with the wind blowing and the creaking of the chains would be how the spirit would communicate.
Yep.
So one's within, again, how you don't have spirit speech, so it's just noise.
Yep.
But with spirit speech, you can understand what that fucking means because that is it communicating. We have talked about this before. Look at that. In fact, I'm sure I countered the shapes, or I added to it, talking about the fucking coat rack here. That once upon a time, the shit was, remember? Yep. See, we have done this. Oh my God. Fucking full circle.
Fucking channel sleep paralysis demons and shit like that.
Yep.
Like, hey, maybe that's how it communicates with you occasionally. Like, when it needs to be direct, when it needs to be forward, you're just going to wake up one night unable to move.
I'm pretty sure that was the practical thurge, a pith, and a pithlings.
That seems correct.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a different thing, but a lot of that still applies, right? So there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. The idea of the shadow figure, to go back onto that, the hat man or whatever, just the silhouette of it, except if it speaks in a voice, the voice doesn't come from the silhouette.
It's just everywhere.
It's behind you to your right.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's coming from right here. Right behind you.
Oh, just right behind your ear kind of thing?
Right behind your ear.
Jesus. Oh, that's creepy.
You turn around to look at where the voice is coming from. In the silhouette, it's suddenly gone. And somewhere else.
Yep.
But the voice is still right here.
Yep.
The silhouette moves, and the voice is still right behind your right ear.
Right behind your right ear. That's right.
Doesn't matter where you look, it's right behind the right ear. Oh my God. Oh, it's creepy as shit.
Yep. And there's I've read in accounts of people who have the sleep paralysis demons, stuff happen. And it is shit like the Hat Man, the shadowy figure, or this weird black skinned demon looking thing, crouched on top of your chest, inches away from your face, just staring down at you. That in your bubble. And that whisper is still just right here. Just right behind the ear. Adding even more to that. No, this ain't right.
Mine typically sits on the bed right beside my lower back. So I can't see it, but I know it's right there.
Ugh.
Look at how much fun we're having with this.
And we're just describing what this thing looks like.
Feels like. Sounds like.
We know that night spirits represent secrecy. Right. So secrets is going to be a big thing, and that could be a good shimonage. Offering up a secret or a valued treasure. It is generally regarded as wise to disclose the secrets of others you may have recovered rather than relinquishing one of your own.
Okay.
Oh.
This feels... Night is going to... This is like a saboteur pack.
I see that.
This is an infiltration pack. These are spy masters, people who follow Night. There's a movie. I think it was called Slackers.
Okay.
There is a movie called Slackers. I believe this is the movie I'm thinking of, where it's these three guys who are who have been scamming their way through college. Then the one meets the girl, blah, 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 blah. It's got Jason, I'm not going to even honor, Jason Schwartzman, I think Devin Sawa, Big Pete from Pete and Pete, Laura Prepon before she was That 70s Show.
Okay.
But there's a scene in that movie near the end where the main character is narrating and it's kind of unveiling the heist where it's flashing back to a scene earlier in the movie and that they're talking to the Mark, the villain, two of them. And the narration is, whenever you don't see all three of us, it's because the others are rifling through your shit. And I feel like that's a very Night pack kind of thing. If you don't see the full pack, it's because the remaining members of that pack are actively screwing you.
Yep. This is a pack that you want to know where they are at all times.
Yep.
I also love that it says here that they love to watch those who are alone, waiting for them to commit shameful acts or utter shameful words. And also they've been known to serve Uctina as well.
Yeah, that's when I said interesting. I didn't want to jump to it immediately.
I will say, I can imagine dealing with this totem spirit when you're interacting with it, when you wake up and there it is, when it's talking to you, when it's asking for that chiminage for, whatever information you need. I can imagine this is a spirit that already knows enough of your secrets. It wants more, and it might hint at what it wants. Just constantly trying to get you to give up just that much more to it. But if you have a good enough secret, it'll let it pass this time from someone else. It wants whatever you got.
I like the fact that it likes the other people's secrets, though.
Well, it likes secrets at all. But the idea of giving other people's secrets is probably a better idea than letting fucking Hannibal Lecter in your head.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing, is it wants your secrets. It will settle for others.
If you can keep it fed without, and this is very boogeyman, and I love it. And I think that's the angle you go to as a totem.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's mentioned here that the temperament of the spirits, they're neutral with ill intent. Which already, right?
Yup.
Are we thinking cunning?
Fucking.
I don't want to say cunning again. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah. Right.
But if the shoe fits, I don't know where else.
I can say let's lean more to the. let's lean more towards that ill intent. Let's take it to the war aspect. This is the kind of thing that will calmly tell you how it is going to skin you and cook your liver. Just matter of factly, this is exactly what is going to happen, as if I am just explaining to you tonight's meal.
I like that, and I see when speaking, when choosing to use words to communicate with one's pack, that you play night off like Death from Supernatural.
I can see that, yeah.
Oh.
Very proper, right? And kind of refined. But instead of food and snacks, it's secrets. And that is how you keep him fed.
And another very good reason for this to be an infiltration and saboteur pack, and why they're constantly rooting through shit, constantly probably getting in trouble with some of the elders for eavesdropping, is they need these fucking secrets.
Yeah.
So it's one of those adapt and slowly get into your proper role that your totem's trying to put you in.
Well, it's important to note here, too, that part of the gift lore includes gifts of secrecy, but fear. So feeds on secrets and fear. I think this is a totem that demands, when in combat, the Garu play with their food.
Yep. No easy kills.
Yeah, to stalk the prey, to instill fear and terror in them before you sweeten the meat with the fear.
Oh man, okay. It took me a second to realize what you were saying. Yeah.
If you have an entire enemy squad in the woods, don't take them all at once. Take one.
Yeah, one at a time.
Yep.
Drop the head into the midst of them and leave. And then come back for the next one.
I don't know if this gives you guys any context. In the character art from Paul Way for Carly, she's got 3 glyphs on necklaces, one of which is darkness, inspired by night.
Perfect.
So
perfect. And like, I love how much just riffing we've been doing right now, not really referring to the book a lot, because the spirit just kind of writes itself as well. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I'm loving this fucking psychopathic spirit that is perfectly polite.
I mean, right?
Neutral with all ill intent.
He's a scary man. It's fine.
What are its taboos, I wonder?
Light and flame. Boring.
Yeah.
But killing a lie with the truth will drive it away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So maybe the ban becomes, you are not permitted to tell the truth, or rather, if you have to tell the truth, you have to conceal it somehow or add a lie on top of it.
Yeah. You can never give a fully straight answer.
We could also go completely different from that and use the having to play with your food, or, torment the kill, as you had mentioned earlier, Porter. That could also be a really good ban.
I like both the ideas.
Yeah.
A little darker, but...
Well, I think at that point, right, because again, we're making this up, right? We're, and so I think you tailor that to your pack, to your players.
Maybe that, you can't give a straight answer is kind of like an optional ban, sort of like how I think it is Raven is the one that's, or no, I think it is Crow that says you can give up wealth for a while, where one of them is like you have to give up wealth. The totem will definitely like you a lot more if you manage to obfuscate just about everything without ever giving a straight answer.
Yeah.
But it requires that cruelty. It requires the ability to savor that kill.
God, I like that idea of dealing with a pack that follows night, and the people are just annoyed as shit because they know talking to these people is going to be pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what would you have for dinner? Food. And like that's going to be the baseline answer, right? Because it's true, but it's not.
It's not the full truth,
right? It's obfuscating the truth. It's not giving a real straight answer. So fine, it's going to be.
Or we went to a burger place. Which one? Oh, the one downtown. Which one?
What kind of food? Oh, it was tasty. What kind of food did you have for dinner?
Or the other side where it's just a completely sarcastic fuck off answer.
Yo.
Like, oh, what'd you have for dinner? Oh, bleach and Tide Pods. Fuck you.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think I had?
What's it called? You're in the middle of the Amazon meeting up with all these packs. What'd you have for dinner? Oh, lobster and filet mignon. Yeah, I got off Gogol's table himself. He fucking brought me out the drink as well.
Right. You're sitting there around the fire with a book. What are you doing? Playing soccer. It's like, fucking this guy. And it's not his fault, right? Because Totem fucking makes him. Oh, I don't want to talk to that guy.
But then when you're out on a mission with these guys, fucking, I'd imagine you feel sorry for your enemy just a little bit.
He's like a pack full of Batman.
I was thinking more Predator, but yeah, with the like stringing people up for the trees, skinned and flayed.
Yeah, but that's for the trophy.
True.
That's not to fucking shatter hearts and minds. That's because he wants the stuff on the wall, and you gotta because when you hunt, remember, when you win hunting, you get shores. So that's just winning hunting.
Winning hunting.
So the point of hunting is to kill the thing. Once you kill it, you got to do the chores. That's why I don't go hunting. I don't want extra work.
This is that NPC pack that's always in the background. At least one of them's always hanging out. The elders are having a meeting. He's just sitting on the front porch. Not at the door, but close enough. Maybe he's taking a nap in Lupus. Is he actually asleep?
Fuck no.
Are they listening? Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, you and your pack are having an absolute heart-to-heart. You're fucking revealing all this trauma from your first change. Oh, that's totally not going to get used against you at some point.
Absolutely not.
They're the pack that knows what other pack has two individuals sneaking off in the middle of the night into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
No idea who that could be referencing. But...
Okay, listen, you're not going to believe this, but I figured it out. It all connects. The silver shortages, the moon cycles, the full moon, werewolves, they exist. And it's all tied back to Rage Across the Internet. Go to ko-fi.com/Rage Across the Internet and you'll see ways that we can keep this all under wraps. At first, you might be able to join game night or the monthly movie night. It's an initiation. It's a test. You can join the pack. You can become one of us. And at higher tiers, this is where it gets dangerous. You get a little extra episode every month and the hidden lore, the NPC of the month, straight from Porter's personal Bible. And I'm telling you, these NPCs, they're too real. They don't read like fiction. They read like reports, witness accounts. One of them, I swear I've seen on the street. Werewolves, they're out there, and Rage Across the Internet knows. And that's why you should go to ko-fi.com/rageacrosstheinternet and help us cover our tracks. You can laugh if you want, but as the full moon rises, you'll see those glowing eyes in the tree line. And remember this, Rage Across the Internet is the best entertainment out there. ko-fi.com/rageacrosstheinternet. We'll see you soon.
So let's move on to the final entry in Access Mundi.
Spirits of Pain.
Spirits of Pain, which I feel is aggressively a war totem.
Yes.
Agreed. And I believe this is also another one we covered on the Epiphs episode.
Yes.
It seems like
I think so.
We really just kind of ran into it today, huh?
Yeah.
We really did. Small impish creatures, rejoicing in obscene and unnatural, whatever the fuck that is.
Physiognomy? I think like shapes and forms. Because
Okay.
You left out a very important word. These small impish creatures are abominations.
Well, they're not abominations, though. That's why I skipped it. Abomination has a completely different meaning.
There is a different context to that, certainly. But, they're twisted caricatures of muscle and bone defy elementary laws of biology. That's I think, our focus here.
That's the focus.
I'm sure that if a Tzimitzi could meet a spirit of pain, they would absolutely rejoice. They'd be like, oh, hell yeah. Hey, brother, what's up?
I guess. They have a contest and go, who's uglier, you or me?
No, Tzimitzis find that kind of thing very beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're thinking of Nosferatu.
Oh, I don't know.
Here's a fun little note. The only diversion that can distract them from their endless suffering is the suffering that is inflicted upon others. These are things that are in constant pain and agony themselves. Like, I'm imagining this thing just moving around. You hear the sounds of bones breaking and muscles snapping as their bodies contort. Because, hey, why take a step when you can just shift your entire body to turn your right arm into your right leg?
Yikes.
Well, so you skip the point where they point out that they communicate predominantly in chitters, shufflings, and whispers. And I feel like that goes hand in hand, right? Like it's going to be, jostling of teeth, breaking of bones, creaking of joints, and general fucking groans and whatever of pain and just general agony. They seeking out torture and torment wherever they can, wherever the weak, sick, or troubled find anguish. I think in terms of summoning, right, there's a lot of options here.
Oh, yeah.
You could go to like a children's ward. You could go to a dominatrix place. You could go to a, like a prison, or we're down to 10%.
A PETA clinic.
A Nickelback concert. Anywhere people are just really miserable and suffering and not okay.
Yep.
You just I guess, stab yourself. You can just put yourself in pain.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the correspondence is,
That's correspondence.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great idea for correspondence.
Yeah, I had my Silverfang skin his own arm because he was talking with a pain spirit for a fetish.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about pain spirits that way before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The Chimidage is easy. These things are easy to please.
Exactly.
Bleed yourself for a while until, you're close to fainting.
What's it called?
That fear there and the numbness. Great.
Or just put a nice slice across your palm and then squeeze a lemon.
Oh, man.
Stick your hand in a bucket of salt.
Keep some tinfoil in your mouth while you're talking.
Mhm.
to him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know, these guys probably get on like a house on fire with the fucking night pack whenever it comes to battle.
I could see that. I could see that. But at the same time, you know what I think? No, I think it's too indirect for Pain.
Okay.
I think there's no subtlety with Pain. There's no foreplay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Pain wants is the pain part.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the last part.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean, I immediately want to think Pinhead.
Yeah.
You immediately want to go to Hellraiser, right? The fucking fish hooks and the nipple clamps and the chains and, you know, Cheddar, Teeth Man, fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the Chatter is probably the better example of like the twistedness from
Sure, but everyone
this because
knows
the whole
Pinhead.
up phase. But yeah, everybody knows Pinhead.
Like I agree with you, but Pinhead's he's the poster child. That's the easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking inroad there.
Yeah.
How about the hand on the table with the knife? You're poking between each of the fingers, right?
Well, no, because there's no pain there.
Right. But every time you miss, you're hitting your hand. But
Or-
just gotta keep going. It's
Or
gonna
better
hurt.
yet, you put your hand on the table, you stick the knife in the table, and you let the little pain spirit come up. And
Okay.
just start stabbing your hand as you're talking. You gotta keep yourself in check from not backhanding this thing across the room as it's trying to really rile you up.
And physical pain isn't the only pain they feed on.
Yeah.
It could also be psychological as well. It says they frequent, broken homes, insane asylums, what have you.
So
you could also
recite the Child of Gaia tribe book.
You could also use any kind of those psychological torments as a way to also summon them as well.
I have an idea for a band.
Oh,
Okay.
Going kind of along the lines of Fire Drake and Sea Drake, where it's the you have to sacrifice a captive sort of thing. Nah, you always need to take at least one captive so you can feed the spirit when you get back home. This is the pack singling out that one enemy that's on their own to take them back, take them to the storage unit. We got to make our monthly sacrifice to the totem. We're going to be gone for a couple days.
And I think the scale there is very important. Rather than you have to take a hostage, it's like Owl.
Yep.
You need a sacrifice once a month.
Mm-hmm.
To torture.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it just has to be a living being.
Yep.
Or something that can feel pain as a caveat for some of the. No, it's got to be a living being.
Yep.
You don't get to fucking cop out and be like, it's a leech. It's fucking, see, I'm a good guy. No.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, you got to get an orphan or a terrorist or a puppy or
at the very least, a squirrel.
Right? Something innocent that doesn't deserve this, theoretically. I also think that you can't shrug off pain. You are not allowed to use a willpower to ignore wound penalties. You are not allowed to use resist pain.
yeah, absolutely.
The spirit would find that offensive.
That is offensive. I'm offended.
To the spirit. Well, you are fucking. Ugh. This one, right?
That would be rough. That would be rough.
I like it.
What if the pain spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I'm having an image, right? Of, and this isn't directly where I'm getting. I'm seeing something different. But you've seen Army of Darkness,
Yes.
Yes.
where the evil Ash turned into like all the little Ashes.
Yep.
So it's a bunch of little dudes like that. But again, yeah, like they're they got like their bones are broken and arms are coming out of their elbows and shit like that. Like if they're all fucking put together wrong, as described earlier.
Take it more Cronenberg.
Yeah, very Cronenberg. And it's the totality of them that make up the thing, like the spirit. But like it communicates in your blood, or in blood of a sacrifice, if you will.
Okay.
Like it'll
okay.
attack,
like finger painting it almost.
And claw. Yeah, and like the natural, like even if it flows, the blood flows down, and the pattern it flows down in is its communication.
Mm.
And that can change in different ways. Like either it's the sound of the drops, like goddamn Morse code, or the blood flow down the skin like a magic eye painting.
Or, even going back to like the smell, if it smells rotten, decayed, they're not happy. If it smells fresh, copper, warm, they're happy.
Right. And again, you put all of those together, and that's how it communicates. With spirit speech, your storyteller can go, okay, well, it's mad and it's saying this and that. But to the rest of the pack, what is happening?
Yeah.
What in the Evil Dead is going on?
Evil Dead.
So what if it communicates to you through visions, but they're painful? You're experiencing like a terribly, terribly severe migraine as things are flashing in your mind as you're communicating with it.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
You just see your Thurge on the ground, like writhing.
Like you're having a fucking seizure in the middle of this, essentially.
Yeah, having seizures, just on the ground, holding their head, trying to communicate with the spirit.
I could see that. That's a good fucking alternatively, right? And this is not a replacement, but these are options, right?
Yeah.
Instead of that migraine, it's a fucking railroad spike you have to put your hand through, or a piece of molten steel that you have to touch, and if you let go, the vision stops.
Yeah.
Oh. Eesh.
Right? Like wrap this barbed wire around your dick, and the second you take that off, fucking no more talking to the spirit. Too bad. How do you solve the apocalypse? I don't know, because fucking Frylock couldn't stand the heat.
If your pack mates try to come and comfort the Thurge that's sitting there like writhing on the ground in pain, the vision stop.
Yep.
Because they have to suffer mentally watching them suffer.
I would change that. I would make it worse. The spirit's angry as you're trying to stop this. No, that Thurge is getting even more fucked up in this moment.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to help.
Yeah. Not only does the Thurge need to be having pain, but you guys need to be in psychological pain watching them.
Yep.
I
can see that. I can see like hypothetically, like it's happening to you, Night Fang. It's happened to Carly. Night Fang and Rico go to help, and she pushes them off and go, "No, I need to do this," or something stupid like that. But yeah.
Well, she has to communicate to you that you can't stop her, but you have to watch.
Yep. Like this is the thing. Like the first time this is happening, and if we can't stop it, Night Fang's first instinct is, "I'm not fucking hanging out for this. Nope, got to."
I love it.
And going back to those, like the different ways that the pain happens, different ways that it can communicate, I could imagine, maybe don't make that necessarily immediately apparent, but the appearance of the spirit. Like, if it is you have to grab something hot, like that hot bar of iron, and just be in that pain for the while, the things are permanently like smoldering. There are sections of it that are actively catching fire before going out, before regrowing and burning again. There's that constant smell of just burning. If it's the barbed wire, take it more Silent Hill.
Take it more Silent Hill. Fucking
yep. I mean, hey, there's a great example of some pain spirits in that.
Absolutely. Fucking, we've been talking about this, and I'm thinking of Morgan from goddamn Valheim. Not that you know anything about Valheim, or we ever think about it around here.
No, never.
I'm sorry for all of those who are now addicted.
Yep. Not sorry at all.
And not like a lot sorry, but a little sorry.
Just a little bit.
Oh, fucking. And I'm looking at this, and this is a pack that I could imagine is getting a bad rap thanks to their totem.
Yes.
Like, I could imagine this would be a legitimately good pack. They're doing the whole, like, taking pain from others, taking it upon themselves sort of thing. Like, this would be a pack that is admirable if they weren't having to, skin squirrels and leave them out in the woods to suffer and bleed out slowly over days.
Yeah, this is the pack that has a reputation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But they don't like that reputation. They don't have a choice.
I mean, mileage will vary, right?
Yeah, they might like it by the end of it.
And if you don't want to go into the torturing squirrels category, it's that pack that still has a reputation because once a month they're out there in the woods screaming bloody fucking murder, doing weird shit to each other.
I have the image. We're summoning our pack totem. Pain.
Yeah.
Max Pain. Max Pain, the spirit. The totem.
Yep.
And just darkness surrounds. Like there's a spotlight. Like you're standing in a spotlight. And this little girl, like in a black dress with a big bow, like a blue bow in the top of her head. And fucking her jaws misaligned or broken or something. Mm-hmm. And she kind of clops up to you with with her busted teeth, right? She reaches her little slender hands and takes your hand, and then just breaks your finger.
Oh,
and then breaks your finger. And there's the giggle that surrounds you. She breaks your finger.
Oh, God.
Or she's walking slowly around your pack between you with a straight razor in hand, just occasionally taking a slice.
Just skipping.
Yup.
But she's got like 3 legs and the one is just kind of flapping in the breeze because it's broken at a right angle.
Yeah.
Remember, they're all fucked up looking. They don't look, so you gotta add extra broken, fucked up bits to them.
Half the skull caved in from where it might have hit a counter.
Right.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Really fuck up your pack. And this is also the pack that I imagine, a fight just finished. Everybody's fucked up. You have the Dream Chasers here who are all shifting to their various forms to heal. And we've got Morgan over here, a follower of pain, who's just sticking in Hamid. Not even wrapping the wounds, just...
There you go, right?
Just hanging out.
You see, now I'm taking that little girl, I'm picturing Gage from Pet Sematary.
Oh no.
With the little scalpel, and he's just kind of walking around taking... Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, God.
I'm also reading here under the attitude. It mentions that physical pain is fresh and the most delicious, but emotional or spiritual suffering is a more exotic delicacy. Perhaps this pack has a
fallen packmate that it takes the appearance of?
Maybe. But perhaps the pack has this negative view on them because they will make friends with other packs or other individuals just to know that they're going to have to betray them or hurt them or sabotage them in some kind of way. And not only does that make them miserable, but it makes themselves miserable as well. So you don't know if you're going to get screwed over by them or not. You probably are.
Yeah, this is not a pack you ever challenge for rank at all.
No, but I mean, we're looking at the being that pack.
Yep.
Right. So again, we go back to the taboos, and I think it's the, you're not allowed to diminish pain, right? You're not allowed to use willpower to ignore wound penalties. You cannot. If you have resist pain, you can't use it. Like, I can't say you don't know it anymore. Like, you can't forget a gift. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
I would love to say that but it's disabled. You cannot use it. Not like you don't have it won't even work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like you're not even allowed to take it.
It makes it worse.
And this is where I was thinking maybe for the boon, since, pain, it gives and it can take.
Sure.
What if the first few on the health tracker are reduced to 0? So while you can't use resist pain, it'll let you take a little bit more damage before you really feel it.
Because you're constantly in that pain, a little bit more leeway.
Okay.
Like reduces the wound penalty by 1.
Yeah, instead of -1, -1, -2, -2, -5.
Yeah.
0, 1, 1, 2, 4. Something weird.
I like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I like that. And
It's that little trade-off. Like, I understand you gotta fight. I understand pain can be a little distracting, even though I don't get it. But you
I live with
can't
this.
diminish it.
Yeah.
and what about it? It gives spur claws.
I could see that.
Ooh.
Yep.
And I say spur
That's
claws, right?
fun.
Because the claws break off and have to
Right.
regrow.
So giving you a little extra pain
Yes.
as it.
Yep.
At the same time, paying it forward to whoever gets hit by those.
Yep.
Yup.
I like
Look,
that.
these little gremlins are fucking
I'm-
loving these spirits.
Right. But I feel like that closes the book. That closes the book on Access Mundi.
Yep.
Not near as many as the other tribes so far.
It's just a
But
little
definitely
shorter.
memorable.
Yes.
But then we got the 3 totems that appear in the Shadowlord Tribe book, which of course we do the other way around for. We talk about those different aspects. And obviously I'm going to start with Crow.
Yeah.
Because we got something to talk about here. Right.
Yep.
Now, Crow is a totem of war. Fathers of Crow are first and foremost survivors. Doesn't mean they're selfish or unconcerned with the affairs of others, but quite the contrary, Crow's followers take a keen interest in the world around them, and many of them are the humblest and most self-effacing shadow lords in existence. Crows make poor warriors, but they are intensely observant and quite loyal. They do not take betrayal lightly, however, they will go to remarkable lengths to gain revenge what they see fit.
So, what would be the difference between regular crow and storm crow then?
Well, a lot in terms of temperament.
Mm-hmm.
Humble, self-effacing shadow lords, right?
Mm-hmm.
These aren't the manipulative shitbags.
Yeah.
It's like everything, really.
Yeah, it's the yes sir, the no sir crow versus the yes, my liege.
Yeah, Crow asks his children remain loyal to those they serve. He does not expect this from children whose leaders treat them poorly. Those leaders are corrupt. In these instances, Crow asks his children to find a way to remove those leaders from power and to replace them with others who are worthy of the children's respect.
Okay.
If this is not possible, Crow doesn't punish loyalty.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a very real disconnect from the Storm Crow.
Huge
Yeah.
disconnect, yes.
The Storm Crow is just about that power in general. Find whoever's the top dog, serve them well. So maybe you get some of his influence, you get some of your own power from it. Or Crow is, find the person in charge. Do all you can to help them. Do all you can to serve them.
Unless
If they're not worthy of it,
Yep.
undermine them. If you can't, well, they're still the boss.
I feel like when summoning Crow here,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the correspondence, some of the chiminage,
Same thing, yeah.
some of it.
So,
Yeah.
Right. We remove the evil from it.
this is Josh instead of Jake.
Yeah. This is Crow. He's not splintering off. This is capital C Crow.
Oh, okay, fair.
I feel like that Crow appears as a murder.
Yep.
Mm.
And that when speaking, when it chooses to not speak plainly, because this capital C Crow, he can if he fucking wants to, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's better or more interesting if the whole murder, not even in unison, just staggered squawks.
Yeah.
Oh,
That little cacophony that they just make usually when they're just chattering away on a power line.
Yep. And then in between those, the Thurge catches the message.
mm-hmm.
And a neat little detail, whenever these things decide to speak plainly, you have the whole murder, they're roosting wherever they are. It's always going to be the one in the lowest position in the roost that speaks. the humblest of the crow. Never the one at the top. Everybody else is just noise. This is the one that's speaking. The one that's on your level.
Now, what are we doing for material correspondence? Are we bringing them information? Or...
I could see information could work.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a trinket that represents loyalty.
Yeah.
A wedding
see
ring.
that.
Oh,
A best friend medallion. A friendship bracelet. Something that represents a connection or something of the sort.
Now, I feel like the wedding ring, if that is what you choose, does need to be owned by a currently married couple. If you're taking it from a divorced couple.
No, but I agree with the divorced bit, but what about the widow?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think a widow would count as it working.
So I think at that point, right? Because it's like the practicality. Mm-hmm. Like I think the wedding ring is a symbol rather than necessarily.
It's almost a symbol enough,
right? You know,
if you can get the pair,
even better, sure. But I think even if there was infidelity, because you don't know the history of this particular ring, just from a getting through the day gameplay standpoint.
Yeah,
because again, you go to the pawn shop and you pick up a couple rings on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, but at some point, right?
Yeah. Crow will like it even more if it's got that meaning and history behind it. But he's not picky.
If you know the meaning behind it. Like if you steal it from like a recently divorced man compared to like if you steal it from like an old grieving widow.
Oh, I take your point there. Like definitely if you know. And I feel like look, there's part of me that goes, no, you're 100% right, and it should matter no matter what. But then there's the part that it's like, well, we have to get through the day.
Exactly, and it is just a symbol. So it's like if you get it from a pawn shop, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a symbol. But if you take it off a person, steal it from a person, then maybe it matters.
It's like when you go to a restaurant and you ask for Coke. We have Pepsi. Is that okay?
It's fine.
You prefer Coke, but it's still soda. It's close enough.
Yeah, it's still pop. I don't know what. Shouldn't you be calling it Coke anyway?
You're from Texas.
Yeah.
Just had to make the distinction because I wouldn't ask for Coke or Coke.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Everything's Coke from there.
No, but that's good.
But yeah, those symbols of loyalty.
And that too, like a marriage certificate.
Mm.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. Here, I got the paper. I got my papers. Help me.
A promise ring, a chastity belt.
Whoa! Yikes!
Hey, open seal.
Yeah, open seal absolutely works.
Right? And there I go.
Oh my god. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you're gone.
I think information just in general, like it doesn't have to necessarily be secrets, but keeping him apprised of news, keeping him up to date, like, hey, something interesting's happened in this episode, some power shakeups. Crow probably already knows because he's capital C Crow, but reporting it to him.
Appreciated.
Yeah, I can definitely see value in gossip.
Mm-hmm.
The important gossip. I wouldn't do mundane gossip.
I think I was going to, but no, I think I agree with that. Because I see Crow being very fucking hoity and noble.
Mm.
Because he serves his lord, but he's fucking, it's nobly and it's loyally, and that's important. And I'm fucking high on my own drama with this shit. The self-importance, I think, is there. And so the little tiny morsels are beneath him.
and this is where I could also see taking it the other way, potentially depending on the different totem. Of it's highlighting that humbleness. Whenever you're making deals with this crow, whenever you're talking with this crow, you're having a humble off. You're bringing the bid further and further down until you've gone as low as you can without fully giving up your self-worth. Like, you got to find that lower limit for yourself. Like, if you're, talking to this crow to get it into a fetish, it'll start off with, this is a fucking piece of shit. You've got to not say he's wrong.
Well, but we're not talking about binding capital C crow.
Yeah. But I'm talking about for, like, possibly, like, using this as the inspiration for a different crow totem, if you wanted, to get that other flavor. Have the one that's high and mighty, or the one that's the absolute most humble thing in the world that you're going to have to try to out-humble.
And I'm talking about the personality of capital C crow. Because, that's the point, right? Is we get these write-ups here in these books, and it doesn't cover the shit that access money. That's why we go to these, right? We flip the script, right? So it's like, what's crow's material correspondence? How does crow act? What's the best way to summon? And so I think that the idea of those, like said, the paraphrasing, like the tiny rumors, the tiny gossip, isn't good enough for capital C crow.
Mm-hmm.
He is a loyal servant of Grandfather Thunder. I almost went the evil voice there. Hey, I don't waste my time with the fact that Shalasi is using a new shampoo. That's beneath me in terms of gossip and information. That's not real information.
That's too pedestrian.
Yes, get that exactly. Get that shit out of here. Of course, he wouldn't say that, right? Because he can't bring poor people there. But even whispering such a thing is an insult to my liege.
Mm-hmm.
Waste brain power with that. Come on.
Waste brain power.
It was in my heart there. I think.
Yeah, I can see it.
But if you bring him the information that the two of them are breaking the litany, or if you've already done that, the two of them are breaking the litany and Nightfang knows, but hasn't said anything.
Yep. There's the money.
Yep.
That's it. Both of those. Fucking snitch.
Yeah. That first was like, okay. That's good. Wait, what?
Yeah. See, it gets juicier.
But all right. If Jonas says this to Crow, Crow is interested. If Carly does, Crow is pissed because you were disloyal to your packmate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stitches get stitches.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Now, if Nightfang's being an absolute tyrant and an asshole, maybe he'll make an exception.
Maybe. But I think it's not only the quality of the gossip and the information, but it's the source and the intent.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's not Whiplash was mean to me, so I'm going to dime him out about something. That's a problem.
Right.
Yep.
Whiplash is evil and is abusing his power because X, Y, and Z. Different.
I have this thing on Whiplash. He's been abusing his power. I'm going to let you know now.
Right. So, and I think with that, I think there's a level, it is funny, it's a war totem, but I think there's a level of wisdom that needs to be involved when dealing with Crow like that. I
agree, yes.
The knowledge and intelligence to separate the stuff from the stuff.
Absolutely.
2 more.
Yep. We might actually get through them all this time.
Fucking, that depends on us, right? Who wants Typhoon?
Typhoon is a raging storm spirit, the dragon that spits thunder and lightning. He is one of the more violent aspects of Grandfather Thunder. And his children reflect his tendency towards violence. They're aggressive and furious, and just like their totem. And most Garu look on Typhoon as a mixed blessing. I think this is already very much kind of on the tin as far as war totems go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also, I love that, he's the more violent aspect of Grandfather
Oh,
Thunder.
yeah. I love the violent nature of this.
Yeah, Grandfather Thunder will just strike you with lightning if he doesn't like your question in one right. And now we have his angrier side.
Immediately,
Mm-hmm.
I picture, physical correspondence is obviously the storm.
Mm-hmm.
I think loud noises.
Yes.
Yep.
Drumming, rhythmic drumming. I could see the Thurge out in the storm, literally with a drum or with some sheet metal that they're hitting with a fucking baseball bat or something.
Yeah, or doing like the war drums from like Vikings whenever they were on the ships. Like setting that constant aggressive tempo.
Yep. And that's important, right?
Or in the middle of a storm, just like breaking shit.
Okay, I'm just imagining this Thurge like up on the mountainside, the storm, the rain's just sheeting down. Like, hey, it was just raining earlier. He's calling upon the spirit. The drum's going. It's getting worse.
Yep.
You're not going to come out of this not looking like you just survived a hurricane. Because, hey, typhoon's here. And that's how you know it's working. The worse the storm gets, the more spots of glass that are appearing on the ground near you. But not on you. Typhoon's listening.
And I feel like Typhoon speaks in thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just the fucking crackling and in that thumping in response.
Yeah. Very short, very sharp, very direct. Except for the few times he lets it roll, and when it's rolling, this is a threat.
Oh, I like that.
Now, it did say the dragon that spits thunder and lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing a dragon.
No, I feel like that's a metaphor. That's fine.
Yeah. What I am thinking of is just the storm itself. So, like, typhoons are like the cyclones, right? But with water. Like a tornado, but with water.
Yeah.
And whenever you're communing with it, like as you're calling it and communing with it, the storm is getting worse and worse and worse.
There is probably that tornado forming over your head.
Yeah. And for those moments that you're communing with it, you're in the center. All the chaos is happening around you. And that's where you're hearing the voices. Or like what it's trying to tell you is in that chaos around you. And you are just getting kind of, it's almost calm in quotation marks where you're at.
The only lessened part of this storm, but as soon as you start displeasing the spirit, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh.
It's almost giving like the vibe of you have this starving animal slowly circling you, just waiting to take a bite.
I like that. And I like the idea that, again, if as the conversation goes between you and Typhoon, is you to displease it, the radius of that eye changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't, this is the example, but I don't want to use this because this feels too comical. But like if you say something that irritates it, a brick hits you from inside, that was in the storm, flying around inside the fucking winds. Just oops, like a pitching machine just comes out of there and smacks you in the face. See, I don't mean literally that because that's funny. And I don't want it to be funny.
Okay.
Typhoon shouldn't be funny. He should be fuck you and dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the only threat, the only warning you're going to get is seeing the tree get ripped out of the ground a couple meters off.
Yeah. You can make that less comical by having it come nearly close to hitting you.
The more irritated it's getting, the closer shit is getting to actually just fucking taking you with it.
But see, I don't think Typhoon's the guy who gives a warning shot.
No.
I think the brick was the warning shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also think that image of, you're sitting there talking to him and you're like, oh, okay, Typhoon, and a brick coming and smacking you in the temple is kind of funny. So I don't want it to be that, but that kind of, the idea is there, right?
Yeah, it's whatever debris around at the time, fit it to your environment. If you're near-ish a city, a brick. Whose house was that probably? Where if you're out in the woods, the branches, the just massive fucking rocks. The size of the object smacking into you is probably the good gauge of how pissed he is, or if it's the warning shot.
Or if he's getting pissed off, instead of the, getting hit or the shots, the eye starts to close. That moment of peace around you as you're listening, it's getting harder and harder to listen because it's closing in and you're becoming, all that chaos is coming down upon you until you can remedy it and it opens up a little bit.
No, for sure.
I feel like this is a spirit you don't want to have a long conversation with.
No.
But the spirit's going to dictate the length of this conversation.
We're thankful because I don't think Typhoon is interested in a long conversation either, so we're lucky that way. But yeah, I feel like if your standard totem it is fucking hair metal, Typhoon is death metal.
Yep.
And by the nature of what is right, this is hitting fast, this is hitting suddenly, this is a loud fucking destructive force immediately. Get in, get out, no lube.
Yep.
I mean, you laugh, but I want to put that's the kind of mentality I think when we're dealing with Typhoon.
I know what you mean though, yeah.
Fuck you.
Yep.
And that's my favorite kid I'm talking to. Right. This is Grandfather Thunder's I took the gloves off fucking guy.
Yeah.
This is his bruiser. This is his troubleshooter.
Right. I mean, you even look at the thing. He gives may share an additional 3 points of brawl.
Yep.
Each member 3 rage per story. You guys should be so fucking lucky.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And looking at his band, this is a fun little note, is you must never pass up a chance for a fight with a worthy foe. Lean into that nobility just a little bit as well with the, if this is somebody too far beneath you, what's the storm going to care about a single blade of grass?
Yeah, I mean, right?
It's a drop in the bucket at that point.
Yeah. This is not the pack that beats up cubs. Now, somebody who needs an attitude adjustment who's on their level, if not maybe a little higher, you can't pass that up.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, at that point, anyone who needs an attitude adjustment, you're going to give it to him anyway.
Mm-hmm. And he expects his children to spend time communicating with Storm. So yeah, if there's a storm outside,
you're out there too.
Yep.
You are not sheltering and reading your book inside in peace. Nope.
Read.
You're out in that storm.
You don't know how to read.
I was going to say, children of Typhoon, if you can read, you better pretend you can't. Nerd.
Yeah, you're probably not going to go out here sitting on a mountaintop and meditating. No, you're going to be actively avoiding whatever's getting shut at you.
Or you're out there with your drums and your metal banging it along with the storm.
Yep.
So finally,
yeah,
and what would normally be the most interesting to me is Bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bat's band pisses me off, so I'm not super psyched about it. But
yeah, I see it. I forget that this band exists.
I can take it. I'm not aware of the band, so I'll read it. Bat is an unusual totem and a rare choice as far as the Garu know. He has fallen entirely into the thrall of the worm. Until recently, this was a very accurate summation. The fall of the Kamatots centuries ago destroyed Bat's sanity. And in his hatred, he turned against Gaia so that he could help destroy the Garu who drove his children into extinction. Recent events in Mexico, however, have partially redeemed Bat, or at least a portion of him. Like a deity revered by the Mayan cultures so long ago, Bat now appears to have a dual aspect. In some respects, he is still of the worm, but in others, he has come back to Gaia. Most Garu don't know what to make of this and look at Bat's followers with great suspicion. None of them seem to be corrupt, but that doesn't make them innocent. For their part, Bat's children have deep ties to the earth, unmatched by those of other Garu. They listen to the voices of Kamazats and are making a sincere effort to continue that lost breed's work. The voice of Gaia sings through them as they listen to her voice so that they can find her enemies and destroy them. Bat's children gain 3 dots of enigmas and ears of the bat once per day for the duration of the scene.
And they get a bonus dot to perception.
Even if it brings it over 5.
Yep.
I mean, that's all cool.
That's crazy.
Yes.
The ban is dog shit.
Yep.
Demands that his children never fight with Gaia's other children, including other Gaian Garu. Even ritualized or honorable combat is forbidden. His followers simply need to find other ways to resolve dispute. Not even the children of Gaia say that.
Right? Can you
Like even the children of Gaia said sometimes there's time for violence.
Right? Can you imagine Ricochet going to fucking Breaker and going, "Hey, Miss Mia, I'm ready to do my rank challenge," and she's like, "All right, trial by combat."
I can't
do that.
Yeah, but you stand there and go, "Oh, never mind."
Never mind. I guess I'm not ranking up today.
Also, if you want to be a real dick about this, isn't everything Gaia's children?
Yeah.
Right?
Like even a Fomori is a human that's possessed. It's one of Gaia's children possessed by a Bane.
Including
Gaian Garus. So fucking, if you really want to be a dick about it.
Yeah. It's a fucking dog shit ban. And if I could, I would probably rewrite that to something else entirely.
I would love to, and might for BTA.
Yeah. But I will say, thinking of like how Bat would be portrayed as just a spirit in general.
Yes.
I'm going to say it. Bat is probably fucking schizophrenic most of the time. Every time you interact with Bat, it is a coin flip.
No, in fact, I will say, if I were, because I agree with you so hard, I'm going to up the ante on that. And I'm going to say, as a storyteller, I'm portraying Bat. Every 3 to 5 sentences, I'm rolling a die, and that die corresponds with a different fucking attitude.
Odds or evens.
More than that, though. Because am I going to be simpering and scared of the big bad Garu? Am I going to be grateful that they've brought me back from the worm? Am I going to be fucking mistrustful and shitty? Am I vengeful?
Am I pissed that you're even trying to talk to me right now?
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my children. You're doing great work. I will eat your hearts.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Okay. I like that.
Just hyper violent Tourette's.
Yeah, like I think maybe after every response from Agaru, I would roll that die. The fucking mood die.
The mood die. Oh, that would be kind of cool, actually.
I 100% agree with this. Yeah.
And hey, maybe that's where the dots of enigmas come from, trying to parse, okay, what is your totem actually saying? You're getting some mixed signals here.
A little bit, yeah. But I fucking love it. I love it. Definitely attracted in terms of correspondence. Song.
Yeah.
Song, fruits, maybe a little blood.
Maybe a little blood. I feel like...
You're so mad right now. You look so mad.
I don't like that I want to say this.
Oh.
But the idea of adorning oneself in, I don't want to say war paint, because war is not Bat's jam.
No. It's a wisdom totem.
But, adorning oneself with markings in guano.
Okay.
I want to say war paint-esque, but not war paint.
Mm-hmm.
But in
maybe mixing it with like soot, so it maybe mixing it with soot to give it the darkened marks, since bat's natural habitat is the night usually.
Certainly, I like that. That's good.
So it's not just straight bat shit.
Guano.
What about offerings of pearl necklaces being torn open in crime-ridden alleys? Or murdered parents?
Murdered parents.
I had to once.
Yes,
right?
I know.
I had to. We're moving on. It's Batman. I had to.
What if you did all your soft chanting upside down?
Oh,
I'm so mad at me right now.
I'm so mad at you right now.
I can't even. I can't respond to that.
You know what? Maybe kind of the offerings might help influence what mood bat is in originally. If you need the more aggressive bat, if you need the, war's not his jam, but you need him more inclined to fight, that's when you offer the blood. When you need more the soft, the gentle advice, the redeemed bat, that's when you offer the fruit, the insects. Kind of tailoring it to the style of bat you need, and hopefully, maybe this keeps him kind of sane, at least for a little bit.
Well, I think that's the thing, is you can only hope. Is that you don't make that a rule. It's the, I'm hoping to keep him calm by offering these offerings of fruit in a song. Was that going to work? Duh, maybe.
It can't hurt.
Yeah, right. Let's hope, because if he shows up wanting our heads, this is going to be a problem.
Perhaps you have to summon him in some place that is dark and protected rather than out in the open.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cave being ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or even then, like maybe somewhere like, I'm thinking like in a barn. That might sound weird, but I have a distinct memory of, my mother and her husband had bought a place more remote, and I remember I was there visiting one time, and we're, just outside on the deck, and the sun is setting. And, they had a little barn on their property, and you could just watch the bats come out of the fucking, like one by one, absolutely. Like 20, 30 bats flying out of this barn. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think much like, Crow earlier, this is a swarm. I don't know what a group of bats is called off the top of my head, but this is the entire swarm that's coming out of wherever to talk to you.
I think it's a Wayne.
I would not be surprised at this point.
This is stupid.
But yeah.
But I'm going to offer it. I think like Crow, it starts is the swarm, the herd, the Gotham of bats.
Yeah.
But then, like Castlevania, it forms into the giant bat.
Okay. Yeah.
It forms into a Kamazat and Krynos.
I like that.
Oh, I like that so much.
Yeah, that's better.
I am now seeing the Paul Way art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even have to elaborate. It's my favorite of his pieces. That includes the stuff he's done for us.
Yep. And
yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
If you can't be inside a place like this, inside the cave, inside the barn, you have to have somewhere for the swarm to come out of or go to. Because there's San Antonio, there's a big event where there's a huge fucking bat migration where you can see these things come out from under the little bridges on the Riverwalk, and it is thousands of bats.
Yeah.
And during the day, if you look up, you can see some of their eyes as like the lights from the street are reflected.
Oh, that's creepy.
I love it. I love that so hard.
Very cool.
I feel like we got it there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Other than the band being a piece of shit.
But that's not our job today.
You're right. It sucks, but
it's not what we're here for.
No, you're right.
So I think with that, it's that time.
Yeah, it's been a long one. Not as long
not
as the
as
other
long
ones,
as, but it's
Well, we'll see how much comes out in the wash, but
it was a good show, though. We got a meaty fucking show here, despite the fact that a lot of these are concepts or things we've kind of talked about already.
right.
So hopefully we've done enough different with them that we can forge some new inspirato for everybody. And I mean, we had fun, and I think that's the word of your parent. Hopefully you guys did too. But so before we take off, I want to remind everybody that from now until May 5th, we have the sale over at our Ko-Fi, the postmortem bundles. So use the code GIMME10 for 10% off. And hopefully you can take advantage of that. I will keep bringing it up until that's over. But so moving on from there, thank you all so much for your support. Again, we hope you enjoyed the show. If you had as much fun listening as we did recording, well, then we had twice as much fun recording as you did listening. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Smite me, granddaddy.